Caitlin Clark has done it again. Her jersey retirement game didn't just draw big numbers. It smashed records, surpassing A'ja Wilson. The buzz around Clark is undeniable, and at this point, there's no question. She's officially the biggest star in women's basketball.
Why would Caitlin Clark not consider A'ja Wilson in her retirement? No. We don't think that it's fair that Caitlin Clark would have her retirement ceremony on the same day as A'ja Wilson's retirement ceremony, even though they both wear the same number 22. Even though Caitlin Clark just graduated college, she has well over many accolades to have her jersey retired, but everyone's lives should revolve around A'ja Wilson, and she should wait. I think all of you need to shut your pie holes. You shut your pie holes right now. Caitlin Clark is the face of the WNBA. No one's world is going to revolve around A'ja Wilson just because she's retiring too.
Now comes the drama. A'ja Wilson isn't thrilled, and it's easy to see why. Her jersey retirement happened the same day, but Caitlin Clark's moment stole the show, drawing record-breaking viewership that completely eclipsed Wilson's. Instead of embracing the growth of women's basketball, Wilson seems more fixated on losing the spotlight as Clark's star power continues to rise.
Like this guy, he says, one brought a chip to their program and made it into a powerhouse and top destination for future recruits. The other is Caitlin Clark. But congratulations to the both of them on their historic college careers.
Let's be real. Caitlin Clark is the reason people are tuning in. Her deep threes, record-breaking performances, and electrifying presence have taken the sport to new heights. Meanwhile, despite years in the WNBA, A'ja Wilson has never generated the same level of excitement or captivated audiences the way Clark does.
A sellout crowd, not a shocker. I think it was like at almost 15,000, if not at 15,000 people, and the tickets were pretty expensive.
And this isn't just about marketing. Clark's talent speaks for itself. She's electrifying, a must-watch every time she steps on the court. Wilson? Not so much anymore. Instead of embracing the moment and recognizing what Clark is doing for the game, Wilson seems bitter. She's already voiced her frustration over the attention Clark gets, but the reality is, Clark earned it. The numbers don't lie. More people care about Caitlin Clark than they ever did about Wilson, and that has to sting.
Wilson, okay, she would have her jersey retired on February 2nd, okay, be technical, okay, technically speaking, hers was first announced on February 2nd. And then last April, I believe, of April of last year, 2024, and then it was then announced that Iowa, okay, the state, the Hawkeyes.
Clark hadn't even stepped into the WNBA yet when she started selling out arenas and dominating headlines. If Wilson truly wanted the spotlight, maybe she should have done more to earn it. The reality is simple. Clark is the future. The records, the ratings, and the overwhelming fan support prove it. Beyond her record-breaking performances, Clark's ability to connect with fans sets her apart. During her emotional jersey retirement speech, she took a moment to thank her supporters, acknowledging the high cost of tickets and expressing genuine gratitude for their presence. That's what makes Clark special. She knows she's a massive draw, but she never takes it for granted.
I'm pretty overwhelmed right now, but there's just a lot of people to thank. First of all, my teammates. I wouldn't be here without any of you, and a lot of you came back, and you know, you have busy schedules, and I think that just speaks to the culture of this place, you know, so selfless. Like, I know my number's up there, but it wouldn't be if it wasn't for all of you. So to the ones that were my teammates when I was here, I really appreciate you guys, and I love you.
Meanwhile, A'ja Wilson wishes she had that kind of pull. The harsh truth. South Carolina had to give away free tickets just to get people to show up for her ceremony. That's embarrassing. A so-called superstar who supposedly dominates the WNBA. Yet they couldn't even sell tickets for her big moment. That speaks volumes. Wilson loves to act like she's the face of the league, but the reality is she doesn't move the needle like Clark does. Let's talk numbers. Clark's games have been shattering viewership records, drawing more eyes than most WNBA matchups combined. She isn't just the biggest name in women's basketball, she's changing the game entirely.
So like, I've said this before, like I feel like one of my greatest skills is like I really don't care. Like I don't care. Like I believe in myself, I'm confident in myself, I'm confident in my teammates. I try to instill that in them. I'm confident in the coaching staff on whatever team I was on, whether that was here, whether that's at the Fever now. and you just rely on those people. And nobody gets to step inside your locker room, whether it was here at Iowa or whether it was with the Fever now. Like, everybody thinks they know everything and have an answer, but that's just not reality, and that goes for all of professional sports, and really that goes for all of you as well and people in life.
The demand for Clark's jersey retirement was so high that fans were willing to pay top dollar just to witness history. Wilson, on the other hand, has spent years in the WNBA and still struggles to generate even a fraction of that excitement. If she were truly the star she claims to be, people would be willing to spend money to see her. But they aren't. That alone speaks volumes.
All this is that it's on the same day as the A'ja Wilson jersey retirement, and the prices. It is cost to get into South Carolina. It cost $64. $64 to get the A'ja Wilson's jersey retirement. It is $1,000. $1,000 in the same night to get in Iowa.
Instead of facing that reality, Wilson has grown bitter, clearly frustrated that her career hasn't had nearly the same cultural impact. That's the difference between a true superstar and someone who just wants to be one. Clark doesn't need to beg for attention. People genuinely want to watch her. Wilson? Not so much. Fans aren't blind to this either. The reaction on social media has been brutal for Wilson, with many pointing out how she constantly talks about respect, yet refuses to give Clark the credit she deserves. Maybe that's because, deep down, Wilson knows Clark has already surpassed her in popularity, and she hasn't even stepped into the WNBA yet. The truth is, Wilson's dominance feels manufactured. She's been hyped up by the WNBA because they need her to be a star. But if she were truly that great, why don't people care? Why are tickets being given away for free? Why do viewers tune out when she plays but flock to watch Clark? The answer is simple. Caitlin Clark is better, more exciting, and the real face of women's basketball.
Guys, everyone was back for Caitlin Clark's jersey retirement. And everyone was there. It was...
From the moment the game tipped off, it was clear. This wasn't just another matchup. It was the asterisk event in sports. While other games took place across the country, none came close to the sheer excitement, energy, and overwhelming fan turnout for Clark's historic night. The viewership numbers were off the charts, once again proving that Clark isn't just a star. She's the biggest draw in women's basketball. What made the night even more special was that Iowa didn't just show up for the moment. They dominated. The crowd was electric, feeding off Clark's energy as she led her team to victory, ensuring the celebration wasn't just about her, but about the entire program's success. It was a statement win on a night already packed with history.
You were 5 years old when you decided on number 22, as the story goes. If we were to tell that 5-year-old what today was going to be, what would she have said?
Honestly, I'm very overwhelmed. This has been absolutely incredible. Just being here and feeling this energy again, there's really no place like this place, and I truly mean that. And it's special for me, it's special for my family, and a lot of my former teammates are back here, former coaches, the coaching staff, and some of my teammates that are still on the team. But I'm just very lucky and grateful and very fortunate. At 5 years old, you don't dream of something like that.
Incredible about Caitlin is, I said it often, very few people can deliver every night. If you wanted her to shoot a logo, she did it. As a pass from the, 3/4 length of the court, maybe a little sassy with the ref, she did it, usually. She never disappointed. But the thing that was the coolest about coaching this young woman is she is the same today as when she came in. She is full of confidence. She's full of grace, and she has an unbelievable power to make everybody around her
22 to the top of the building. There will never be another basketball player like Caitlin Clark. There will never be another 22 worn by an Iowa Hawkeye basketball player. Caitlin's jersey immortalized in a ceremony that preceded another uncanny performance by her former team. But the reason that every seat in Carver Hawkeye Arena was filled today was to see this generational star return to the stage that made her a worldwide icon.
Already feeling the Caitlin Clark effect. Ticket sales and prices already off the charts. Her jersey selling out within an hour after the Fever drafted her.